If you're watching this, maybe you've known loss. Maybe you've known the kind of pain that makes you leave everything behind. This is the story of a man who did just that. When Elias returned from the war, the world he left behind had moved on without him. His closest friend had married the woman he once planned to build a life with. It wasn't betrayal, just two lonely hearts trying to survive the waiting. But knowing that didn't make the hurt any softer. One evening, Elias stood outside their home. He heard a laugh, hers, gentle and familiar. And in that moment, he realized there was no place left for him there. So he walked away. He fled to a small island where winter lasted half the year, and silence felt like a kind of mercy. He told himself he'd stay for a month. He stayed for 3 years. On the coldest night of December, as Elias sat beside a fireplace he built with trembling hands, he saw something move beyond the glow of the flames. A winter fox, white as snowfall, watching him with calm, steady eyes. It didn't approach, it didn't run. It simply existed there, as if it knew something about broken men. Every night, the fox returned. First, it stayed near the tree line, then near the porch, and eventually close enough that Elias could see the frost on its whiskers. He never reached out. He just talked when the nightmares got too loud. "I don't blame them," he whispered once. "I just don't know how to be a person anymore." The fox blinked slowly, almost like it understood. By the next winter, the fox trusted him enough to eat from his hand. By the third, it slept by the fire, while Elias mended fishing nets and wrote letters he never sent. Something softened inside him. Not joy yet, but the memory of it. And that was enough. That winter, Elias made a promise. He would not spend Christmas alone. He packed a small bag, knelt beside the fox one last time, and whispered, "Thank you for finding me." The fox watched him leave with a stillness that felt like blessing. Back on the mainland, Elias knocked on doors he once feared. Friends cried when they saw him. Old colleagues pulled him into kitchens that smelled like cinnamon. Neighbors hugged him as if no time had passed. And on Christmas Eve, Elias found himself in a tavern full of golden light. Men told stories, some tragic, some ridiculous, and laughter rose like music. For the first time in years, Elias felt human. And that's when he saw her. Not the woman who broke him, not the past, someone new. And Elias walked toward her, not as the man he once was, not the man he lost, but as someone becoming, someone learning to live again, someone who learned trust one winter fox at a time. Sometimes healing doesn't look like victory. Sometimes it looks like a fox in the cold, waiting for you to return to yourself.